there, Dale.
Hey, how you doing?
It is a glorious day. We're starting to get that summer heat, and it seems like the market is heating up just a little bit as well.
Well, you know what? That's good, right?
Yeah. So what we're going to do today is we're going to give you the news that might cool it down, if that's all right. But let's look at what it is. The price of oil. Basically, I mean, you can read what I've written here, but we had a peace deal. It was negotiated, supposedly. And then rockets were fired at Israel. Israel fired back. Trump went crazy, said, "What the heck are you doing? I make the rules, not you." And then Iran was like, "Great, I'm so glad you said that." So they started firing rockets at U.S. bases around the Middle East. And then, it's just falling apart. The price of oil is rising. So once again, mortgage rates are rising as well. And how does that look for us on the mortgage-backed securities, Dale?
Let's just go with not good. Remember, green is good, red is bad, down is bad, up is good. And, we had a couple of rallies. And now, once again, due to everything blowing up in the Middle East, rates are going up. Therefore, you'll see the chart is going down.
Right. And this little L, for what it's worth mentioning, it means more to us as loan officers. It means lock. So the news that we got today in particular is telling us that we are probably going to see more degradation to this. Dale, what does that now translate to mortgage interest rates?
Well, now you're sitting on a 30-year fixed, again, 20% down, all credit scores, all discount points, all fees, just under 6.5, 6.48. And your 15 is about 5.79. And we can see at the chart, we had some leveling off. We were in a good spot and things kind of blew up again. So
yeah,
there's no telling where we're going to end up on this one.
Right. So, and one thing I kind of wanted to chat about a little bit is I had someone mention to me the other day, well, the Federal Reserve keeps changing the interest rates. Why can't they just leave them alone? And the truth is that at least for over 6 months, the Federal Reserve hasn't touched interest rates. So Why is it that mortgage interest rates or mortgage-backed securities or credit cards or car loans have such variation? And it has to do with the fact that inflation is the greatest driver of mortgage interest rates. So I'm going to dumb it down quite a bit. This is super reductive. But we're going to talk about banks' profit for a second. Right now, let's say a bank is offering 6.75% on an interest rate, but the federal funds rate is 3.75%. So we're basically talking about a 3% profit margin for the bank. And you might think, wow, that's a pretty big profit margin. And I think the same until we realize that inflation is 4%. In fact, it's 4.2, but for easy math, we're doing 4%. So the reality of the situation is that the bank's profit is now reduced to 1%, negative 1%, because of inflation. So this is one of the things that's constantly driving these interest rates to and fro, inflation. So if we go to the target inflation rate, and we have the exact same figures, 6 3/4, 3 3/4, profit of 3%, but inflation is now 2%. You can see that a bank's profit margin is actually 1%. And this is where we start to see some competition in the marketplace. Oh, I have a percent of profit margin. I can now be more competitive. I'm going to cut my profit. I'm going to lower my interest rates to get more customers on my side. And this is effectively how we see all of these interest rates jump back and forth. We look back at this chart, it's all following inflation. Hey, if inflation's looking like it's getting better, let's cut our interest rates early so we can get a leg up on our competition. Oh, interest rates are starting to look bad. Well, we have to protect our profit margins a little bit, so we're going to raise interest rates. That's about where we're at.
Yeah, inflation is killing everything. And keep in mind on that federal funds rate, that is the overnight lending rate. That is not fixed for 30 years, which you're asking a bank to do. And so, therefore, they've got to build in a little profit there. Otherwise, they make nothing. And you and I both know that banks are in the business to make money. They're not in the business to lose money.
Absolutely. And it's very important that what you just said, that these are 30-year fixed rate mortgages. Now, I'm not going to get into the semantics or the deep in-depth dive, but most lenders make typically the brunt of their money within the first 5 years. And over a 30-year period, inflation's about 2.5%. But if I know that someone's going to sell or refinance their house or pay off their house within the first 5 to 7 years, I might lose a lot of money. And that's why we see these pricings on interest rates. That's why inflation makes the market move so much, because of that 5 year span where the lenders make most of their money. So, Dale, I appreciate your time as always. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to us and we'd always be glad to help answer any of them for you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. You have a great day.
All right, take care.
All righty.